Who would like to volunteer? Give me a bit of a quick heads up here. Very nice, sir. Give this guy a round of applause. Yes, ma'am. Good night. Wonderful. Very nice. Marco, pleased to meet you, Mark Bolton. Your name is Sam. Pleased to meet you, Sam. And your name is? No. Pleased to meet you. No, if you can stand in the middle of these two handsome men, that'd be great. Let's watch this play out for real now. Observe, and if you need to, take some notes. Because this is the beauty behind options. This is what I love about this strategy the most, is the exposure. Your job right now is to be an investigator. I want to see you investigate and know where the risk is. Watch where it moves to, okay? Rob, can you put that slide back up for me? That is about the 3 different parties in the deal. Option holder, etc. Now, I'm going to call you, sir, the buyer. Sam, you are the buyer. Marco, you are the seller. And you know, are going to be my option holder. Alright? Now, first and foremost, we know there's a deal that's at stake. Let's say it's worth $1 million. Everybody? Let's say the deal is going to be optioned at $1 million. Now, we know that time is worth more than money. How on earth would someone give us control over their property? I'm testing your knowledge right now. Why would someone give you and I control over their asset for 24 months? Why? We're paying more than money. We're paying more than market, aren't we? Quite frankly, this is exactly what Trump learned very early in the piece, didn't he? Trump realised very quickly that, you know what, bugger all this shit trying to work out with councils when I'm trying to pay interest at the same time. Let me focus on giving them more money so I don't have the risks. You follow me so far? That's exactly what this man applied here. Now, when you look at this scenario, the seller, the option holder, the ultimate buyer, you and I are giving more money to the seller in exchange for time. We don't have to settle on the money thing. Wonderful, isn't it? So watch this very carefully. We've got an option document here, and now Nay has come across a seller. Nay hands over $1,000 plus the option document. No, here's your seller. Hands over $1,000 plus the option document to the seller. Now, who controls the asset?
She does.
Who controls the asset?
She does.
Nay does, doesn't she? She owns. She controls the asset now. And the seller still owns it. Is that right?
Yes.
So Nay's actually inherited all the wonderful things about real estate because she's about to make some money. But she doesn't have the downsides of maintaining interest and payments back at the bank, does she? She doesn't have all the issues associated with ownership. You with me so far?
Yes.
Now, Nay comes along and she says, you know what, I'm going to get a DA. I'm going to develop an approval on this particular block of land, on these couple of houses. She's armed with a development approval in play. It's ready to rock and roll. Now, Nay also has a second copy of the option. She signed it, and so too has Marco. They've both signed the agreement, and now Nay is in control of the asset. Would you agree, yes or no?
Yes.
She is armed with a DA from council. Is it worth a whole lot more money in this state, yes or no?
Yes.
It's now a turnkey operation for the ultimate buyer. The seller decides that, you know what, I'm happy to stick around and get more money in the market. The buyer comes along and already identifies that they can make money instantaneously. Hey, they can now pull money out of the deal because there's already a DA in place. This is the key. So, in order for the buyer to now take over the deal, they know they're a developer, a small construction company, large construction company, irrelevant. But they know they can make money out of this deal straight away. In order for Nay to assign the deal over to the buyer, she's now going to give him what? Give him the option document. She's effectively going to assign that deal to the ultimate buyer. Are we clear so far?
Yes.
There is an assignment clause in the document that says, I give over my power and rights to the ultimate buyer. And you just fill in the gaps. Does it make sense?
Yep.
That is it. Now hand over the document for me and take the cheque in exchange. Take the cheque in exchange. Very nice. She took the cheque first, didn't she? Wise girl. If you're curious how that plays out in the real world, you make sure the ultimate buyer transfers the money into your solicitor's trust account. Why? So it doesn't go missing, so it's actually there. You can rely on, right? It's neutral ground, isn't it? It's not in your bank account where you say, no, thanks anyway. I'm going to tear up the option, right? I'm not going to fulfil my requirements. And the seller can't, so the buyer can't step away from the deal either. We put the money in a neutral bank account being the solicitor's trust. Now, the beautiful part about this, Nay has got the DA. You step back again, my idea. Now, Nay has the development approval. She got that within 10 months. It's a 24-month option. as would be normal options. Is that right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now, when is the ultimate buyer required to settle? Is it 10 months or 24? Help me out.
24.
24. So Nay's got her money. Is that right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
She's out of the deal. She's assigned over to the ultimate buyer. She's got the cash. Is that right?
Yeah.
She's gone. As soon as the DA was done, the sale was transacted, she assigned the option, it's all over for Nay. She's got the profit, she's gone, she's walked. Pretty smart, eh?
Yep.
Now, our buyer has the luxury of the remaining time. You follow me so far? Has the balance of the 24 months to work out their pre-sale strategy, how they can now reduce their exposure, assign a construction company, organise themselves for construction. You with me so far?
Yep.
This is important, isn't it?
Yep.
And now, the buyer is required to settle. So hand over $1 million cheque to our friend the seller. And seller, hand over the option document. No, $1,000 is yours. So now who controls the asset? Who is the owner of the property? Who? The ultimate buyer. The buyer. The ultimate buyer at this point in time. Now, the seller, are they happy, yes or no?
Yes.
The seller's wrapped beyond wild belief. They've got $200,000 more than the market because they gave over some time, 24 months. And our little option holder in the centre has done extremely well, hasn't she? Because she hasn't had the liability or the risk. Do you see where I'm going so far?
Yep.